Hello, friends. Sorry, my camera's tilted. Okay, it's Carla, your online doctor, with today's Live in 5. Today is Tuesday, June 30th at 5 p.m., the last day of June. Okay, so even though we're just at the beginning of summer, tomorrow's the 1st of July. Many parents are looking ahead to late August here in Florida and early September up north for kids going back to school. If you looked at the CDC guidelines for a safe school day in the public schools coming this fall, you're going to find some things like this. Students will sit alone on the bus, separated by partitions. At school, all staff and teachers will be wearing masks. And of course, the students will have to wear masks all day for about 7 hours a day. They will get temperature checked on arrival to school. Hallways will be one-way traffic. There will be no recess, again, for the younger grades. There will be no cafeteria. They will be eating at their desk in an assigned classroom. If they're in middle school and they rotate, or high school, they will be eating in one of their classrooms. Okay, of course, announcements will be made all day reminding them to wear their masks, wash their hands, don't touch their face, or touch any other person for that matter. And of course, to maintain social distancing. There will be, COVID police. There'll be staff members around the school all day long requiring this, reminding, separating, doing all the things, right? Now, this is all assuming, first of all, that schools are open, because that has yet to be established in every city and every state, as things are starting to have opened up, and some states are showing signs of increasing. Who knows, right? Now, this is all assuming that nobody tests positive, okay? Meaning not one faculty member or any student plus extended contacts. So if a student goes to the school and one of their family members tests positive, what does the school do then, right? If one of the faculty members doesn't test positive, but what if their spouse or one of their kids, right? I mean, things are going to be a little hectic. In addition, the classrooms will need to be thoroughly cleaned, disinfected with chemicals on a daily basis. Okay, ideally after the students leave for the day and aired out by the time they arrive in the morning. Of course, we know this is necessary, but will pose its own set of health concerns for those, especially those with respiratory conditions. Having those chemicals floating around all the time is not going to be fun for somebody like has asthma, right? Okay. Students or family members will be advised to really stay home if they're experiencing any signs of infection, especially if they have a temperature. This will require continued virtual learning capability to ensure all students get educated and stay on track without penalties for multiple absences. Okay, so that perfect attendance record thing is going to have to go out the window, because this isn't the time to load your kid up with Tylenol or Advil or whatever it is you give them and send them off to school because you have to go to work. You need to keep them home if they're showing any symptoms that might be COVID-19. What about field trips or after school activities? Are they going to be canceled? Are they going to even be considered? What about group team sports? Okay, what about parents volunteering, coming to the school to help, right? Fundraisers that require lots of parents' help or volunteers, are those going to be canceled? Those are things that schools use to subsidize the money that they get from the state. What about standardized testing, including the SATs, the ACTs, which have been canceled for months? I'm glad my daughter's passed that, but what about these 10th graders, 11th graders, and seniors who are trying to get those tests taken to possibly qualify for scholarships or to get into college? What about AP classes and the required end-of-the-year exams? What are their plans for all of that? And then what about college? That's where I'm at. Dorms. Okay, dorms with double occupancy. A lot of schools have changed to single occupancy. Dorms without a kitchen. Okay, meal plans. Are they going to require meal plans for people who don't have a kitchen? Will the cafeterias be open? Will they have the appropriate spacing and social distancing and all the things that they need to protect the students? Will classes be in person or online? That is the latest concern. Most of my daughter's classes at this point for the fall are scheduled for online. Paying for an education that they can do on the computer. A little challenging, right? Classes with labs. How do we do that? Research level classes. Classes or programs like pre-med that require in-person internships at hospitals or medical facilities. You're letting your kid go? I'm a little hesitant on that one, right? What about limiting social interaction, social distancing, clubs, sororities, fraternities, football games, tailgating parties? Ugh. What do you do if your child is away from home and they test positive? They get sick or a roommate or a classmate tests positive. I mean, the list of questions can go on and on and on, and answers are changing daily. Today we may be a go for in-person school, and in 2 weeks we may have to put the brakes on and say, not yet. Okay, be prepared, my friends, for a bumpy ride. This summer is going to be one of challenges, both emotionally and physically to some extent, knowing what to do, knowing what to allow your kids to do. As states like Florida start to have this massive increase in cases, I mean, I see people out all the time, no masks. Again, there is no 100% answer that masks are the panacea, but it just makes sense that if everybody's wearing a mask, you're less likely to spread things from an aerosolized infection. Whether it's the youth, whether it's the elderly, whether whoever it is that's to blame for not following the rules, what are you doing for your family? What are your decisions? How are you doing your best to not only prevent the spread or protect your family? So we'll be talking more about this over the summer as things happen, because there are so many questions and not a lot of answers. But understand one thing, and before I go, I want to say this. My husband and I have talked about this. Think about during Vietnam or during the wars and things like that, where these students, like high school students who graduated and think they were going off to college or were going to have a family life, they experienced major challenges. Life did not go the direction they thought they were going to go. So this is not the first generation that has to face challenges, that has to face things that we didn't expect. This is just unfortunate, but we will get through this one way or another. Hopefully, everybody watching will all stay healthy and we will all get through this. But we have a challenge and we have to rise to the occasion. We have to ride this bumpy ride and come out on the other side, hopefully intact. Okay, so again, stick with me. I'm going to have lots of content for you guys over the coming weeks. And stay healthy, stay happy. I hope you guys are having a great day. I will see you again tomorrow for another Live in 5.